Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Back Game Reviews. And boy, oh boy, we're going to talk about some GameStop today. So, a lot of you remember we talked about how GameStop was doing the Power Pass, which the Power Pass was essentially $60 for 6 months. You could rent an unlimited amount of used games during that 6 months during your membership. And the last game that you had checked out during the expiration of your membership, you got to keep, which... all right, to some extent, that is a cool concept. It is very innovative and interesting and new, and there are a lot of people who probably would benefit very strongly from that service. Now, obviously, someone like me, who's typically buying most games as they come out, like right when they release, I wouldn't really be able to utilize that and enjoy it as much as what I would like. Unless I did it for like my son, and then he could play whatever Nintendo games he wants, because 3DS games, I don't buy every single 3DS game. But, big news, GameStop has canceled the Power Pass, at least temporarily as we know it right now. It was currently running as a test, so it was being tested. So it didn't even officially go fully live yet, and they decided it was scrap it. Done. Employees were instructed to take down all of the marketing for it and to stick it into the back until they had further notice. Rumor is it should be coming back. Obviously, if they said until further notice, they didn't tell them to pitch or discard it. We're going to talk about why I think they might have done that and what the possibility is of what would have caused that particular reaction from GameStop. So the thing you got to really keep in mind is we're right around the corner from the holidays, specifically Black Friday. And in case you're not aware of this, people sell a lot of product during those days. Do you really want a whole bunch of your most profitable merchandise potentially not being in the store for you to sell it? Or do you want to be able to move like half of your used merchandise where you make around a 50% or more markup on that merchandise? Chances are you're gonna want to move the profit-worthy merch there. And the weird part too is like when they canceled this, they actually credited back. So essentially, if you come into the store, they want you to return the game. They're going to refund you your money, and you get to pick one game for free on them. That tells you how limited of a test run this has been so far for them to just give everyone a free game, because hospitality and good publicity aren't typically GameStop's strong suits, especially if it costs them money. So my biggest guess is the fact that I think that they didn't want this merchandise out of the store during their Black Friday sale. Normally, during Black Friday or sometime close to Black Friday or the holiday season, they typically run used games at buy two, get one free. Now, obviously, you can wind up very slimmed down very quickly during that sale if you run a GameStop or work in a GameStop on used merchandise. So your bigger titles aren't typically going to last long in that sale. So they probably didn't want them checked out. That's my biggest, that's the one I'm leaning towards. I assume that's it. There is another possibility. GameStop doesn't necessarily have the greatest infrastructure or computer systems working in the store, and anyone who works there can attest to this. I'm pretty sure every single one of those computers is like Windows XP era. Now, seeing as that GameStop does kind of run their own operating system on these and it does its own thing, they can't update and do a lot of things as they need to. Obviously, since I've left, they actually have a new computer system, one I've never used. I was very used to hitting all the F function keys to do everything at GameStop. And there were certain features that they had integrated and brought in since I had worked there, where you could search for like... It didn't used to be as easy as search and then add it to the transaction directly from the search. And that was something they brought around when they started being able to sell Microsoft points in whatever amount they wanted. So once that kind of came through, it started opening up more doors in what GameStop would open up for their software. My assumption is maybe the registers weren't quite as ready to go for this launch as what they were hoping. And I don't know necessarily where they were test launching it either, or how many people actually signed up for this service yet. I mean, it was only available for a couple of days. It's not even like this was like massively available. It's not even like there were a lot of people in it. I don't know where their test market was. I'm going to assume it was in Texas, because that is where GameStop's headquarters is. So personally, I'm assuming it was in Texas. Could be wrong. I mean, a lot of places run test markets in a lot of different areas. It depends on what type of people they're trying to appeal to on that. Ohio is also a very common one for test, and it was in Ohio, so I know it wasn't here. But my biggest one is I still just think it was because they don't want these games out where they can't make money off of them during their busiest time of the year. And while I do say a lot of times that GameStop is dead compared to where they used to be on Black Friday, because they are. I mean, my last year there on Black Friday, where I was a manager, the year following that, we had maybe 30 people waiting outside. The year before that, we had people that wrapped all around the escalator and into the food court. The line itself was probably over a quarter mile long. Okay, if that gives you some form of perspective on how big this line was that year compared to the 20, 30 people waiting. So, also, their ad hasn't leaked yet. Like, what the hell? That's very unusual for GameStop. Normally, their Black Friday ad is like one of the first ones to leak. Maybe I don't know. Maybe someone saw the ad at some employee and it's just like, man, this isn't even leak worthy. I really don't know. But as soon as their ad leaks, I'll cover that. By the way, for those of you who do want to see the other ad videos, I have released videos of me reading off what's in the ad and what I felt was the best deals. And my gift guide, they'll be at the end here. I've also done 2 of the 4 fanboy videos so far. We have PC and Nintendo have been done. That'll also be linked on the end card here at the end of the video. Also, too, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Let me know, too, down below how you feel about this. Do you think that they're just not wanting to lose out on the merchandise sales? Or do you think it's that their computer couldn't handle it? Or maybe you have a crazier theory and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you work there and maybe you know. I don't know. I honestly don't know on this one. The employees I've spoken to, most of them don't know why, because it's not in this area. So, but guys, let me know what you think. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. You can also ding that little bell to let you know when I upload content. And I'll have plenty more videos coming for you, and I plan to hopefully get back into my streaming a little more rigorously here shortly. It's just been very busy with all the holiday videos and my work change schedule. So, guys, I'll see you soon. I'll have plenty more content coming for you, and stick around.